Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Thank you for watching. I know. I was supposed to do this video a lot earlier, but it's not gonna be long. It's gonna be like 30 minutes. It's about the whole Shannon Shaw situation again. We're gonna talk about it some more, and then um, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I will try to go to bed at midnight. I gotta go to work. Um, nigga gotta hustle, and I'm telling you, man, I'm old, man. I can be staying up late like that anymore, guys. I can't because I get tired, and when I'm working, I'll be sleepy, and I'm trying to be a responsible person, man. I can be out here being reckless, man. So we're gonna do what we need to do. Um, okay. So how you guys doing tonight? Me. Okay. Let's share the video and let's see what's going on in entertainment world. Let's start with DJ Academy. Um, I don't know where they were left yesterday. I think we talked about yesterday about the whole Shannon Sharp getting sued. Um, for matter of fact, let's start it. For $50 million, and we talk about how he need to be careful, and and he denied the whole situation, and people try to get ahead of it. Well, I don't know because the lady got pissed off with Tony Busby. They decided to release more information, and after the release audio, kind of like insinuate that it shouldn't show integrate the situation. The audio wasn't good. It was editing, but it still made Shannon Sharp look bad. So he decided to like speak out about the whole situation and say that's a money shakedown, and this, that, and a third. Um Either way, it didn't look too good. And say he's gonna try to sue Tony Busby um for defamation, and he brought even Jay-Z name up. I don't know why. That's your thing. Keep it with you. Don't bring somebody else in there. I don't think Jay-Z gonna be happy about that. Um, Especially he try to get away from the situation. Yeah, I understand he's the same lawyer, but deal with that yourself. You should just say, "Oh, this guy is not the first time suing a man." But you try to say black man, this, that, and the third, but you should know how this girl is. Um, Money warn you, other guy will warn you. But after that, there was a text message. This lady revealed the text message right there, where the text message even worse than the video, and talking about how, you know what I mean, kind of insinuate about encounter, having sex without condom, is not looking too good. So it's either ESPN suspended Shannon Sharp for 6 months. So right now there's no criminal. It's all civil, right? It's all civil. That's why right now ESPN is not doing anything because it's all civil. There's no one is pressing charge. But Shanisha had to be careful before she go into the. And I'm sure he's not gonna say, "Oh, you need to go to. If that do bad, why don't you go to the police?" You don't want to encourage this a police into that situation. Um, you know, and I heard there's another situation where the lawyers, Tony Bobby said, "Oh, they was trying to settle this for $10 million." Then decided to back out. I guess after we decided 10 million, she tried to get more money. And I guess because she was trying to get more money, they backed out. But that's why they fucked up. The minute you decide to like negotiate, whether it's 5 million, 10 million, you automatically gonna look bad in the press. So now his lawyer is in that post right there, his lawyer um did stating that um we're over there. Yeah, Shannon Sharps did try to negotiate. Uh, 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 um, Attorney confirmed that they will offer for his accuser at least $10 million and resolve a civil case. Bro, you cannot be said is a black boy where you try to negotiate 10 million. It's not 1 million. That's 10 million, bro. 10 million? 10 million? Mm-mm. Things not looking good. 1 million we can understand. We just try to get this shit away. We know it's a money grab. But 10 million? Wow. Wow. It's like now that happened, man. That whole contract negotiation is just out of the window. The $100 million negotiation is just out of the window. Like ESPN gonna have to either eat that shit or that money they give it to you, or gonna have to deal with you until the loss, whether you lose it or stuff like that. But damn, so things not looking so good for Shannon Sharp at all right now. But we'll continue to watch as the story develop. Um, Beside that, um, bruh, I don't know if you guys see this in a video. I think I talked about it for a little bit. Um, Yet coming out of nowhere and talk about how he bleeped his cousin when he was young. Bruh, why was supposed to do that? Last week, last week, he talked about how his mother was gay. But this week, you're talking about how you bleep your cousin when you were at a certain age. That is very bruh, that's crazy. I have to read between the line because this is YouTube. Anything you talk about, it could flag anything. So I have to really doesn't say I cannot say the age or anything like that. I just have to say when they were very I mean, at a certain age that he used to, bro, until he used blip, bro. That is insane, bro. That's man, that's crazy. That is crazy. But I I digress, guys. So let's move on to this to the next slide, bro. Cause uh, uh, um things are going crazy with Kanye West. Matter of fact, he got even got some support. A lot of people are feeling bad for a year, but they're showing some support. But no, we cannot tolerate that situation, man. Cannot tolerate that situation. And but today Oh boy, man. I can do what I want. I can do what I want. Your boy Little Uzi Vert, man, rushed to the hospital while in New York. Now, he's been in New York a lot lately. He's not sure because we all know that he's trying to do the whole fashion thing. He's not sure whether because he's overworked himself or he's been, have a long success for a little while. But say the last 2 3 years, thing has not been the same. You got new rapper that are in a thing. If you're not talking about Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole, you're talking about Playboy Cardi a lot. You're talking about a lot of streamers a lot. You talk about there's a lot of Ken Carson a lot. So there's a lot of new rapper that just getting their fair share of times. And Little Uzi Vert is not, even though I think it was end of last year, he had a mixtape out. It did very decent, but it only lasts for so long. Literally, it it came and gone. It came and gone. Now, Little Israel can still go out and make a lot of money if you want to. I'm sure because when you like Uzi Earth, who got a lot of cars, like and expensive cars, and you're young, probably have a couple accident. His insurance alone could be up to like I'll say $1 million, probably $2 million. I'm just but probably maybe I'm over exaggerating. The reason I said imagine if you got 20 cars, 30 cars, and all those cars and insurance. When you go to take them to the road, bro, and depending what state you are, if you live like a state like Atlanta, Georgia, which Little Uzi from, I don't know if I don't think he's in Atlanta. I think he's in LA, but that's too much explanation. But I digress. But if it's not for working hard, it's the other thing. We all know doing, what I mean, Mr. Wee 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 wee. What I mean, doing all that. So he really, I'm sure, like somebody like Lil Uzi Vert, right, who have a lot of success when he was young, and lately your career going down because you're not expanding your career catalog, meaning like not just doing music, but can you do a little something else? Can you do a little act? Not just appear on a TV show as yourself, but doing a little act here and there. But in fact, I think he got like a great opportunity to be on a great TV show from those streaming platform. And I don't know what ever happened to him, but it's the time that you to expand your horizon and also be more active if you're gonna try to do the whole fashion thing, especially if your family live in one side of the sea the a country. But I digress. Hopefully, Little Uzi Vert is doing okay and doing a fast recovery. We send our love and prayer to his family. Hopefully, he get well soon. Beside that, oh, man, Terry is not looking good. Bro, you know we're going to a recession when Walmart now is locking up their meat. They are putting their meat behind a cage for people to start stealing it in certain city, meaning black city, Spanish city, and I know for a fact I've seen it where I see people like shove meat, put it in a line and shove it under their clothes, put it in their thing, go to the bathroom with it, try to change it and do all kind of thing because meat are expensive and yeah, I can see that happen. I definitely can see that happen, man. I think there's gonna be a time eventually is either Walmart put security all over the certain location, or they're gonna have to like take off the grocery part of it just because it's gonna be so expensive for like theft costs. Sorry about that. Now I'm try to show his outside. You see what happened with they never learn. They never learn. We're just talking about Shannon Sharp's going on with your own shit. Now I know you're not Shannon Sharp age, but like I said, nigga never learn, bruh. Never learn. Mm-mm. I'm telling you. I know you see that shit happen since yesterday. Now you wanna post with two white girl. But I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. Ah, sorry guys, sorry. I'm trying to do multiple things, guys. I know I'm a little slow tonight. There's not much going on besides the Shining Shark and Little Uzi Vert. I was just looking at this thing, bro. I, I'm not getting paid for this, but one of the reasons I'm just tired is because I just watched that movie online. Sinner is pretty good, bro. It's pretty good. I mean, like it's not as if you would watch it on theater, but the twisted and turning. So it's kind of talk about black people's struggle of getting into that next generation of life, coming out of slavery, and now you're dealing with what's that thing we're dealing after civil, try to deal with separate from but equal, some kind of thing. But it's like also like you kind of know the time where people in the South life was different versus people in North, like in a car. I don't know if that would happen. Maybe it is. I don't know exactly what year, where people have cars and they try to start a whole nightclub, and the nightclub owner exactly sell them the car, but it's like a trick. But you know what I mean, a trick for them. That a vampire involved, church involved, um, also about music. Oh my God, bro! Like it's twisted and is spirituality, um, all that, man. So yeah, and I love the acting. How Michael B. Jordan able to play two roles and act totally different in both roles. It's so amazing. If you got a chance, please go out and watch this movie, man. Um, I think you will really appreciate the storytelling and from that movie. If you like horror movie, you will definitely enjoy that. Since I like that movie since it's not as scary, even though it's supposed to be super scary, but it's not as scary as Kill and Peel horror movies, right? I think like the one where where they went to the park with the family, like, and also the one where like they was engaged to that one white couple. Um, yeah, it's not that because I think I was gonna probably a little scared in a minute, but because it's vampire, I understand how that is. But I love the twisted story behind it, and the vampire stuff is kind of involved around like how they put it in like soul that like stuck in earth, and they don't know they cannot separate from the body, and they cannot deal with the sun. I like how they try to add more in-depth story into death. They not just say the person is a ghost. They try to insinuate that this is a person whose the soul does not leave his body, they not left their body, and they don't have to go up. And for them to be able to leave their body, they have to like kind of like be kill, but in a certain way. You cannot just kill them just with gun. You gotta kill them with like magical powers and stuff like that. So I like the twisted way of explaining a new way about vampire, and it's totally awesome. Hopefully, if you watch it, you will enjoy it. But I sure did enjoy it too when I went to watch it tonight. And like I said, that's why it got me a little tired because, what I mean, it's 2 hours. So after I get off one like night, try to rush and try to do this, try to get a nap. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Remove this. Let me add something else.
The president.
Sorry, guys, I'm a little tired. I don't even know where to begin. Let's start with this one.
Germans have figured out a way to increase water pressure by whether civilians should be allowed to.
President Trump's tariff slump continues to rattle markets. We've seen dives and volatility rivaling the last two big crashes over COVID and the housing bubble. Trump now clashing with the Fed chair, who gave him low grades for the tariff problems that Trump caused. And now there's a more stark comparison to America's Great Depression itself. The long lines, the run on the banks, that crash upended the economy and our society for years, driven by several factors, including failed tariffs. Now, if that comparison, if these visuals tonight seem almost too extreme to compare to the risks posed by the current market chaos, if the comparison of the food lines seems almost unfair to this administration, that comparison is based on monthly market data. This isn't like politics where words or comparisons are just sort of thrown about. After Trump's tariff debacle, the Dow is now actually headed for one of its worst monthly comparisons since 1932. It's just a mathematical comparison. As the headlines are putting it today, Dow headed for worst April since 1932, investors sending no confidence signal, a signal against Trump's policies and handling of the volatility he caused with what has been a failing trade war so far. Those mathematically driven headlines appear in many places, including the Wall Street Journal, which is, of course, the sister outlet to Fox News, owned by Rupert Murdoch. So whatever you think of the Depression comparison month by month, the bottom line is that's how the Wall Street Journal puts the headline. No one can accuse them or their owner, Murdoch, memory played in the show Succession, as some kind of anti-capitalist or anti-Republican political figure, or really sentimental in general. So our lead here is not that we are definitely heading for the Great Depression itself. We all hope not, and I'll return to that word hope. But our top story is that even the Journal and these bankers and the data itself and a lot of other indicators show this is the fallout now from Trump's losing trade gamble. And today we got even more flashing red signals for the economy.
It's the worst start to a year ever and easily the worst start to a new presidential term.
At 63 trading days since Inauguration Day, the S&P 500 has fallen by 14%, which is the worst start to a presidential term in the index's history, dating back to 1928.
This morning, another flashing red warning light.
The IMF's chief economist now projecting a 40% chance of a recession due to President Trump's tariffs.
The president is looking for a scapegoat. As it appears more and more likely that the economy is headed for a downturn, he seems to have found that scapegoat in Jay Powell.
How are we doing with tariffs? He keeps saying we're making so much money with tariffs. Okay, Mr. President, how much is so much? Give the markets something to chew on. Right now, the market's listless, it's worried, and it doesn't have anything to chew on.
Well, the markets have been chewing, but mostly chewing on a bunch of discouraging signs from the Trump White House as the president.
That's where we are right now with the news. I'm gonna end this video right over here now for 30 minutes. Like I said, I'm tired. But let me know what you think about this. What do you think about Shannon Sharp situation getting a lot worse? And what do you think about little Uzi Vert? Do you think he need to go to his rehab, or you think he's gonna think he got it? Leave your comment on this video, let me know what you think. If you're first time to my channel, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Deuces.